The final boss has been defeated. Oh, you don't feel like it? Like it was, well, almost. I'll just need to move a few things. It's actually ridiculously easy to get the logs of the application. And the only question is how you organize them. And that's it. And I've done it super fast. And I'm like, what? I've beaten this in a few hours? The only thing that's missing is like the search bar. And I'm pretty sure I know how to do it. Let's go on a trip where I broke someone's 30,000 lines of code in a few hours. This is just what happens when you want to do something and you have the tools for it, the proper tools. Not just like, oh, this is compatible with all the versions of the universe and your toaster. Unbelievable. I was trying to read the code, I was trying to, evolve it, but there's nothing to learn necessarily. The only thing I've learned is that there's a caret position. Yeah. You can put things here or here if you change caret position. I already can do it with one button. You just go up and down, but it's still something. What do you feel? Yeah, it's really hard to read this emotion, to be honest. What is this monstrosity? Who made this code? Like, imagine this. Imagine, and all of this code is going to disappear. If I go to plugins, and you see most of the folder over here, there's all sorts of like different versions as well. There's Android, iOS, like what the WebGL. Excuse me, princess, we don't need this shit. So, where do we go from here? This is almost like deletable, like it's completely useless. But I'll keep it until I have all the functionality. I'm super happy with my stuff. Because every single time it has to compile the codes. It's just that simple. And look how many there are. You can see 12, I can see 13. This is absolute madness, bro. 13 piles. You don't know which one is the biggest one, and I found a combined total between two files of 3,000 lines. I defeat all of this with 100. Not even 100, but 100 is pretty good. The way it looks now. Let me show you. Where were you gonna work from? Actually, let's go through an entire story here of me struggling. Of like, where do I go, right? Apparently I have to avoid all the foreign code all the time if it's like super ugly and cannot be implemented in my way. If there's too many lines of code, it's not my shit at all. And I have to rewrite it. That is the only way. In fact, not rewrite it, in this case. There's so much code that I have to just dodge it. Copy and paste. Get inspiration. Just like copying and pasting Hearthstone. Just inspiration level, and not all the code, all the cards, and effects. No, just in my heart, I copied it. In other words, the functionality of the code is what matters. Most of these features can be cut off. I have to do it in my way. I just needed to know how to get the debug thing and how to scroll through the information. Copying is fairly simple. It's just a string. You just take it. So, it took me a while. But yeah, you avoid ugly code because it's It's meant to be cleaner. It's meant to be functional in your world, basically, on your platform. You just need a little bit of a ego boost, I guess. That this is how you do it. This is the kind of like generic idea. You can make it your own by, you know, first of all, recreating and making any sort of turns you want to it. It's just that simple. Reading this type of code is absolute insanity. And there's a lot of stuff that I was trying to simplify. Even my code went from this to this, which is 15% less lines. I was squeezing my code really hard. And there's always more possibilities like that. You can also always decentralize the most complicated tasks. Okay, maybe decentralized doesn't work. Centralized tasks. So no one does the same task separately, right? We can all do it together. As long as Google doesn't fucking own that shit. You know, we just have to make sure that we have the ownership. Anyways. So the code is ugly and uglying around for a very, very long time. And I'm trying to like read it. And now making the decision of like, shit, maybe I should just go. This is getting out of control. Again, the functionality that you need is always going to be different than someone trying to appeal to you and take your money, basically, or whatever. Even though this is kind of free, so I'm not sure what the fuck's going on. Just a very, very nice person, I guess. But being nice doesn't pay. Nice guys finish last and doesn't get a fucking paycheck. Can you imagine? And now we're done. We're jumping in. I sliced it. And we have a text box that I can summon. Now, let me double check. This probably doesn't even work right now. This all text will disappear. Text. Will my text go? It's gone. So I need to double check what's going on, what's deleting the text. Now my text stays. But the most important functionality... Oh, wow. I can log things in any order I want. How the fuck did it get that? Whoa. What? How did you grab that? Can I grab it? What the fuck? Okay, it can... How did I do that? See? Everything is shifting upwards. And now I can just add searchability functionality. All the logs are exactly the same. And I save them all, so I can retrieve them if I add a function, if I truly need them. Shit. And maybe I can group them properly. So we'll see what we can do now, past this point. You see the features, boys. You see that it's fucking easy. You just retrieve the information, and it just flows like that. It would be fun to laugh at someone else's code, now that we know how ours work. Again, it takes 46 lines here, and a couple of lines here, like 10. And that's it. So that's 60 lines max. One new file. And I'm pretty sure it's fairly compatible, but I don't know, bro. I don't know what to say, bro. Like, it's compatible enough to you're not gonna complain. So this is just gonna go away. Especially when I click the fucking X, it doesn't disappear. It just switches on and off. It's kind of weird. By that, it stopped, right? And the only way to turn it on is to press a button. It's already broken. Like, I cleaned up the code and it broke. Oh, man. Whose idea was it? Well, I asked ChatGPT, of course. It's the best source for everything. And it just gave me the exact code that I need to continue working on it. The most important platform. And eventually nothing happens in the video because I stopped recording, basically. My progress. I mean, it's crazy. The thing you're learning here is that you can do things yourself, and it's going to be so much better. Now, I don't necessarily have the icons, but I can change the color of the backgrounds, so that's fine. And eventually I will have the icons. There's no functionality missing besides search bar. Deletion is not necessary. This is not necessary. These are not necessary. Filters, basically. Like, it's pretty crazy. So, I can actually establish a filter in general for the entire thing. I can set filter, and that one's pretty fucking ridiculously easy. And then I can set the size. And we're gonna literally be done with the video. Like, there's nothing else to do. Whoa. And technically, there can be an incremental filter. Right? Filter. Well, to collect the difference. Even though I already have this thing. I mean, I can grab information in different ways. I can grab data from the pool of this thing because I have it. It's just simple, you just collect it. So, I can't believe this. Fucking stupid, man. It's almost like always do things yourself. You will solve all the problems in the ridiculous ways. 60 lines, like this is not even 3,000. This is like fucking 4,000 lines of code. Turned into 60. That's all I needed, technically. But not from this chunk. This is a monstrosity. It's a Godzilla, bro. I love how ChatGPT reminds us that even though we get close to God, this is the time when we are inventing this artificial intelligence that makes us feel like we're gods, but we're also in between, right? We're literally in this position between being in the depths of creating our own realities and stuff, our own communities at least. That's where AI got invented. Potentially, maybe most of the religion got created here. The Bible. The Bi. Look at that shit. Huh? AI? More like BI. So even though AI feels ridiculously powerful and can answer all your questions, you're the one asking. You're the one creating a problem in the first place. You gotta be fucking shitting me. Just to change the width? I don't know how to fucking do that. How to change the dimensions of a rectangle. Rect transform. For fuck's sake, Unity! Like, I don't think this works. Because it tells me I can't even access the fucking rectangle. It's read-only. Like, if ChatGPT gets confused, yeah, you fucked it up, alright? You're fucking stupid. You gotta love the changing of the side. I love that. And technically, if the loop is cool enough, you can make, you know, any side. But technically, the best thing to do is just to make it a smaller loop. And avoid zeros. I didn't even need to summon a Super Saiyan. But technically, that's what happens. Goku shows up and just beats up Frieza like it's a fucking pancake. This is so satisfying. Oh my god. And now, I can do both. It does look fucking weird. Open the mouth. I kind of want it to be even longer. Let's double check. Also, let's add a minimum. Minimum is gonna be 100. And over here, it's gonna be 60, so it doesn't turn into a fucking nothing. Yes. But max is the minimum, so it's a very confusing thing. I will decide eventually. It's supposed to say minimum or maximum when I'm modifying, because it derives from max, but it calculates me the minimum. So, like, what? It's fucking stupid, right? I feel like I'm gonna be using minimum. Lol used minimum, dude. Pew, 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 pew. See? We're doing pretty great. Wow, I love this. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, every single time in my head I get fucking confused. It has to be minimum. We have to swap places, these things. Wow, okay. It's gonna take a while. Like, you look at this equation, it actually calculates the minimum boundary. Once it hits 1, it will stay at 1. Below 1, right? Because this could go below 1, but this is going to be the maximum thing that it picks. It's just such a stupid thing, right? So let's just say minimum 1. Like, what the hell? We saved the universe. Alright, fix that shit. Let's dream time, bro. So yeah, now minimum maximum actually gonna fucking mean properly. Or have proper uses, at least. Minimize to this. Or set a boundary. Minimum boundary. No! It crashed. The fucking image crashed. I don't... What? all of it died. And then fucking Selena glitched too. Fucking painful. It is painful. Jesus Christ. What is the event gone? Because I can't do shit anymore. I could admit that this was a stupid event in the first place. It is possible to recreate it. It's not a big deal. So I guess I'm replacing this now. And glitching Selena. What the fuck, man? Alright, so the most important thing is to do the search of some kind. Or a filter. And then I need to be able to get through all the options too. Okay, we're just gonna go into the depth. Increase depth. And then we search for a keyword, right? There's a mysterious error that is not displayed anywhere, which is kind of fucking crazy. If I did everything correctly, now we have a search function, and we're still within 70 lines of this code, the iText code. Most of the lines come from this shit. Using. And that's automatically gets reset. Technically, I can like remove most of these. Why the fuck? Yeah, it's just like it adds some random shit all the time. Okay, so text log 1. Wait, it actually throws an error of some kind. What the fuck? By the way, I can scroll through all of these options. Yes, I cannot go all the way down, but like, come on, bro. It works. Now, if I search for loaded, alright, if I search for dead, we get the same thing. If I search for Tim, shit, the fuck? Okay, Spark somehow is in here? How the fuck is Spark in here? I don't... Okay. It doesn't work yet. I think it requires capital lettering. Ooh, what the... It's all messed up, like search loaded now gives me that. I don't get it, man. I think it's because I still turn it into log. And I have to switch it back to not log to 0 ID. So yeah, you can scroll, you can have a time like that, and then you can copy and paste that shit. And you have a color to indicate everything. Okay, I'm able to find the stuff. Now the Unicode characters are getting in the way, which is kind of interesting. How is it compatible with this thing, right? Like, what? Impressive. Frieza has some tricks up his sleeves, but I don't care, bro. The second part should be fairly easy. There's also... yeah, there's a lot. Text, nothing. Let's search for spar. Coal. Spar. Coal. Search. Gold spar. Okay. Search. REGO. Okay. Search. Alright. There's a... okay. So with this... after Estidator works... the only thing I want to do now... to lowercase both of these. And that includes this thing as well. Everything is lowercase now, so it's easier to find. The most important part is digging deeper, so search RE. Yes, we can dig deeper. Technically, I don't get to see all the results, which is kind of lame. Or how many results there are. Also lame. And now we have something like this in the end. Maybe this is the time for me to properly log items. Like, I grab all the items available from the start of the function. Like an item of like how exactly big the log is, so I can manipulate the size. Like this sort of stuff, like super useful. Item collection and identity. I haven't done it and I'm kind of embarrassed. This actually would rewrite tons and tons of code. The parameters are insane, bro. And technically, it also would suck in the position code as well. However I made the position code in the first place. This changes a lot of stuff. There's the small parameter, this mouse, technically. There's the X and Y somewhere buried in there. As a parameter that you sort of add, but it's a weird one. I mean, it's technically a pretty good one. It's like outside of everything. So we don't have to worry about that one just yet. But at the same time, this could be read by the item itself, which every single button has this thing. So if it's position, it's like super easy to read as well. Damn. There's a lot to think about for sure. Beyond this point.
Die.
Now, it's a little bit, you know, detached and very hard to manipulate. Well, this is where we end up with this. Now, yeah, it's also very difficult to summon and set up. Ugh. I'm not gonna lie, this is tough. I think I can actually save it. Let's see. I can't? The fuck? I don't know. I have no idea. This will take a while. But I mean, I'm glad where I am right now. I had to remove the stun thing every single time I hit a checkpoint of 10. I'll have like more colors, more everything. Yeah, you can see more details. All right. And if I want to search for something, I can do that. But then I have to replace everything. The fuck? I forgot that. I lost one log. I have to replace it. Okay, 1 second. And so, finally, 4,000 lines of code has been defeated. And all I have to do is do this. Put everything carefully. Resize it. Obviously, this is going to be automated. And at the same time, while I was doing this, I was kind of like getting used to the text boxes. It's crazy, right? Let's see the final cutscene of Frieza getting destroyed by Goku.
One hand, not only did he block them, but he was able to aim them away from his friends. Has it become clear to you yet? You never had a chance. I only let you think you...
Almighty ChatGPT, please tell me the secret. Still surprising he survived that, huh? So fucking desperate, huh? He's been defeated, though, in the end. Now I'm Super Saiyan. ChatGPT fucking just bought me some more time. And now that you're still on the surface, bro, you want to see my true power, bro?
Dead.
Okay, they look weirdly, stupidly buff, man. What happened here? And then he gets cut into pieces, and that's it, bro. Eventually. Well, here we go. And the planet will be destroyed. Eat it, bro. Whatever functionality I want, I'll take it. Did I reset? Search. Sport. Game log 1. Yes, I did reset. Everything works pretty smoothly. Okay. Game dev. This is it, boys. What? Interesting. Level ups are pretty sweet, right? Like it's green, it's yellow all the way through. Alright, we're done here. Shit, wait. I even get myself like extra space, it feels like. Because a lot of stuff fits in those boxes. Oh boy. This was too easy. See you guys next time. Even this was like hard. It took like time and shit. Like what? Why was Why was this guy fighting Frieza after all of this? What was going on, bro? What were you doing? Whatever. He's dead, guys. The super villain will never be seen again.